So when you're building geometric shapes, you want to have leather hard clay. I just rolled this out. It's really soft and wet. And so I'm going to flip it on this piece of drywall. And now I'm going to cut out my shapes that I have. And so you also want to be really efficient with your slab of clay because they can be a pain in the butt to roll out. And you want to get as much use of it as you can because once I cut this up, then I'm going to crumple up the leftovers and it will have to be re-wedged. And it's important that you re-wedge this clay after it was a slab because when you crumple it back up, you're going to have lots of trapped air. And wedging is not my favorite thing in the world to do. So when I make my slabs, I just try to be as efficient as possible and use as much of it as possible so that I am not having to wedge more than I have to. So the reason that I wanted to flip my clay slab on this piece of drywall is so that I can peel away the excess slab without picking up my pattern pieces and distorting them. And so I also like to cut out all my pattern pieces at the same time so that I know they are the same consistency so that they will dry the same speed. And so they're all ready to use at the same time. So I'm not having to recut and re-dry, just trying to make sure that all of my pieces are the same consistency of clay. If I just cut them all out at once and treat them all the same, they're all going to be the same consistency, and I don't have to worry about wet clay on dry clay and cracking as it dries. It's still a really great slab of clay that I'm going to save for my next demo. Okay, so now I have all my pieces cut out and they're on this piece of drywall. So now I can pick it up, move it around, set it outside to let it set up to become leather hard, or just set it aside so I have plenty of work space. And these pieces are pretty small. I can pick them up and not distort them and put them wherever I want. But if you're working with larger pieces slabs and you really want them to stay perfect like you cut them, it's nice just to have a piece of wood, flip on your clay, cut out your pieces, take away the excess so that I'm not distorting these. So once these set up to leather hard, then I'll put them back together. Obviously this clay is super wet. It's really bendy. And so when I'm making a geometric shape, I want nice straight lines, and this is going to distort and it's not going to be perfect anymore. So I really want to make sure that I let this set till it's leather hard. So because it's important not to be wasteful and not to have to reclaim clay and spend a lot of time and energy reclaiming clay that doesn't need to be reclaimed, this is pretty wet because I've run it through the slab roller. It's dried out a little bit on me, and so now I'm just going to dunk it in water, and then I can put it in a plastic bag, and then I can wedge it up, and it's going to be really great consistency. So So I don't have to do any reclaiming involved, and I will just use it to roll out my coils with.